I know what you're thinking. Get to the freaking video. And I agree. So I apologize that I have to do this, but if you could just subscribe for me, hit that like button, ring the bell. Oof, that would help me a lot. Because my only goal here is to help you, help the masses that may be struggling through something. So if you could do one little thing and just help me out by hitting that subscribe and that like button, we'll consider it even. Awkward transition to the beginning of my video. Why did a nose-pierced, tatted up, hat-wearing dude from the suburbs of Philadelphia start a podcast called Respectfully Selfish? Great question.
Howdy, howdy. Howdy, 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 ho. Heedy, 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 heedy. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
So what happened was, I've been a giver my entire life. I've wanted to help people forever. I mean, I have records of teachers from 3rd grade telling me I used to sit at the special education table and I would say I want to sit there because I wanted to help them eat. They needed help eating. There weren't many people there. I wanted to be friends with them. And from there on, it was just kind of, that just snowballed. I would take part in Special Olympics. I would take jobs as a direct support staff member. And I'd work my way up those companies, becoming project specialist, a marketing director, a program director. So I was doing really well in all these things. And then finally I realized, I wish I could help more people. I wish there was just a way that I could help those that struggle through everyday anxieties, depressions, like I said, just the everyday struggle, because we all go through it. We all go through those bouts of depression, whether it be seasonally, yearly, daily. I've been there. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to almost make it feel normal. I wanted to normalize being not okay and kind of help people through it in a generic way that I did it. Or I just try to make it a generic way for everybody. But I came up with the term respectfully selfish. You have to understand that you're the number one priority in order to help other people, because that's what I had to do. So the reason I try to turn that into a podcast is because every time I would sit down and talk with people, the conversation would always go, oh, you should be a life coach, or you should be this, you give great advice. But like the story always goes, I give great advice, but I don't take my own. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to see who would listen, who needs help. Does anybody want to hear what I have to say? Does anybody care about my opinions on things? And as I kind of went through and kind of started with, the first episode and prepping, I started getting excited. It started getting like those pre-game jitters that I used to get before basketball games. And what started happening was I would be up the night before prepping in my phone. I would be writing down really good ideas throughout the day. And I started realizing I wanted to be doing this all the time. I never realized that helping people could take so much prep work. When your true goal is to help people, it's not making money. You realize that the hard work isn't work, it's helping people before they know they need help. So if you can watch some of my videos or hear some of my podcasts on Spotify or iTunes, the idea isn't to fix you. The idea isn't to fix people in general. The idea the whole time has been, I want you to realize you have the power to get out of it yourself. It's just like a good therapist or a good counselor, and which I am neither. But they always say the best counselors don't fix your problems. They teach you how to utilize the tools that you already have to fix your own. So that has been my mindset. It's never been I wanted to be this guru that people come to and be like, respectfully selfish. That is my religion, or whatever it is. It's never been that. It's been empowering people who feel down, empowering those who might need a hand up. Could have been knocked down for the 100th time, but just need help getting up the 101st. There's so many people out there that maybe feel they can't get up ever again. And that's who I made the podcast for. That's why I started it. It's why I started going down this rabbit hole of creating things creatively to try and find different ways to reach people. So that's why I started the Zen Heads with my buddy Rick from up in Pennsylvania. I used to work with him. We started this idea that things aren't happening to you, they're happening around you. That's where the idea of Zen came in. You want to be in a meditative state. So all these ideas blossomed from one sales training I had back in, I think it was 2017. I was working as a marketing director for a memory care community, so helping people place family members into community homes, which is terribly hard for families. So it wasn't so much helping the people suffering from dementia, it was giving the peace of mind to people, the family members, the loved ones, that had to entrust in somebody to put their family member in that community, that the best care was going to be taken. And I didn't take that lightly. So when they asked me at this sales training in, I believe it was Columbus, Ohio, somewhere in Ohio, they said, what is your noble purpose? And they wanted it to be, 3 or 4 sentences. A couple of people have like paragraphs and they wanted to get wordy because you got to imagine it's a bunch of salespeople in there. And all of a sudden, the only thing I said was, I just want to help people. I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't have specifics to it. All I knew is I was going to be happy and fulfilled if I was helping someone, helping the masses, helping anybody through anything that I possibly could, because it might sound selfish, but that's what makes me happy. By helping other people, I feel fulfilled and I am then happy. And I am a true believer that, by sticking true to that noble purpose, money will come. You don't want to ever say, I want to make money off of helping people, but I want to make money off changing people's lives, so they can make more money and they can do better things and flourish in relationships. That's what I mean when I say make money. The podcast has never been for notoriety and fame or, hey, people, look at me. I've gone through a lot of shit in my life. The podcast was almost a place for me to let that out. Let other people know that these struggles are exactly what they're going through. Maybe it's not the same person that you lost, but a loss of a grandfather, a loss of a best friend. People go through these things, and if people haven't gone through them specifically, people have experienced the same emotions. So normalizing those conversations, understanding it's okay not to be fine. It's okay to tell someone, I'm not doing okay today, but I don't need help. Men with depression, I wanted to help them. I wanted men to understand that it doesn't have to all be blood, sweat, and tears to get through this. Sometimes you have to extend your hand. You have to extend your hand and say, I need help. I can't do this alone. And that's okay. Hell, you're stronger for doing it. We've lost a lot of really good people because they didn't want to burden somebody else. If the words I could say or the thoughts I have in my head could help anybody scrolling through the internet late at night that was having a second thought of keeping their life, imagine being able to have that effect or have that impact on somebody to say, you know what, I can do it. I can make this through. If that person did it, if that person's going through what I have and they've turned it around to make it into a situation where they can help me, I can sure as hell do this. That's really what the podcast is for and always will be at the core of about. Helping the people that need it, helping the people that don't need it yet, and just almost like tickling that or scratching that itch of not being professionally in the field of helping others right now. That's been the core components. So for all of those who've been interested in why I started a podcast, why I started multiple Facebook, YouTube, Instagram accounts, just to help people. I thank you for tuning in. I wish that if you did get any value out of either this video or any of the videos that I have posted, if you could hit the subscribe and like button, because that helps me. That helps me know I'm doing something good and it's not all just getting blown out into the atmosphere. So, guys, as I always say, I love you. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you when I catch you. Guys, take care. See you later. Bye.